this is the pre-market video for Thursday, October 10th. It is 6:30 in the morning Central Time. We are looking at NASDAQ. And specifically, I trade micros. As we can see here, this is the 30-minute time-based chart that I use for levels. And let's just go over and see what I have on my screen here, so that way you know. I've got the high of the day, the low of the day, the open of the day range. I like to see those levels. And then it also gives me the high and the low of the previous days, which is right here. And then it also gives me the resistance levels. We have R1, R2, R3 is way up here. We've got the pivot point right here, the open. And I leave the opening range from yesterday until they actually get broken. We have not broken that yet. As you can see, the open range is right here. I believe we'll go down and touch that and go in it. Until that happens, I'm going to leave this level up. And when it does happen, I'm going to go ahead and remove this level and keep the previous low until we hit it. That's what this red line here is, a previous low level that has not been hit as far as range level. If I do this, you see this zone right here has not been hit as well. So those are strong levels of attraction points. And this right here has not been hit, as well as this zone right here. So this zone, this level, this zone have not been hit yet. So I'm going to leave those up until we actually hit those or go back and hit it. So let's go back here. We'll look at this. So today is Thursday. I don't have too much data on my chart. I like to see the current price action because all I'm looking for is scalping the micro 4, which is four contracts, 2 at 20, 2 at 40, 60 stop loss. That's all I'm looking to do is get in and out of these trades and scalping when I get it to the key levels where I'm looking at to scale in on my trade. So we see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're making new highs. So as far as daily, we are going higher highs as far as dailies. And just using the 30-minute chart for me, it just keeps everything. There's not too much action I need to look at. All I'm mainly concerned is looking at the levels. What I have on my chart here is I have the Keltner channel, which is this here, the red, white, green. That's the Keltner. Got the 200 on here. Got my levels, and that's about it. That's all I use to find out the levels that I want to trade at. Keeps things simple for me. So what I'm looking today is for this level to be taken out. So I'm going to leave this up here. And since we've been making new higher highs, made a new higher high yesterday, made a new higher high on Tuesday. So that's 1, 2. We may have 3 days of higher highs. And then of course Friday, we may see a dump. So the 3 levels are usually high, high, dump, higher, high, dump. So that's usually the 3 candle setups as far as daily. But anyways, we may have our levels, what we want to trade, but you always want to trade off the price action. If I know that my bias is when it gets to a certain level and I want to buy, I'm going to take the lower lows and the higher lows. Okay. If I know I'm at a key level on my chart and it's up here at the resistance, it's above the Keltner channel, away from the 200, I'm going to look for the lower highs and the higher highs. Lower highs, lower highs, higher highs, lower highs. If I know that I'm at a place where I'm going to scalp, where you have a lot of confluence. So if the market comes up here, we're at R1, you got this strong level up here, hits that, I'm going to be scalping that on the downside. Okay, I'm not going to be taking up moves when it gets up here, as well as I'm not going to be taking any sell moves around here. I'm going to look for scalps going up because you'll have the pivot point, you'll have this level here, and you'll have the 200, unless we just take a massive dump. And that's why this chart right here is important. Red, sellers are in control, green, buyers are in control. Price action to enter. Price action to enter, and that's all I'm looking for. I'm just looking for 20 and 40, 2 and 2 on micros. NASDAQ gives you that. These bars right here are price action bars. Those are 80 ticks. So the 20, 40, I'm in and out of this trade. And I can scale in when I see there's momentum with it. I'll take the sell here. I can scale in. I can see the momentum. And you could just take the pullback trades. I mean, all this was selling pressure until you get stopped out. This you might be stopped out because it passed the 3rd channel. But that's okay. You can get right into the trade and go down with it until it actually stops you out of momentum. So plenty of different ways to trade. This is just the way I trade. I use the 30-minute chart to look at the levels. When it gets to my confluence, it's above the Keltner channel red. I'm at resistance. It's above the highs. These are a lot of confluence to take shorts. These are a lot of confluence to buy. And usually with the Keltner channel, you don't want to mess around when it's in the middle. So you just wait for your setups. As always, you want to trade with the price action. I mean, you don't want to buy when it's sellers are in control. And you don't want to sell when buyers are in control. So you just have to wait for your setups and don't be afraid to take the trade, especially with micros. Anyways, those are my levels. strong levels of contentions right here to get to, strong levels of selling right here. We have been, it was a green market on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we may break this and we may break the low. We'll see what happens. But as always, trade what you see, not what you think. Okay.